Hi, it's Rich, the Louisiana Hobby Guy, back with another Lightburn tutorial. And my question today is this the perfect gift? I gotta tell you that everybody that sees this says that it is. And we can do this with a hobby laser and a $1 cutting board. If you haven't seen my videos before, I use these $1 cutting board from DollarTree.com. They come packed 24 to a case. Some Dollar Trees will carry them in stock. You can buy them singles, but mine doesn't. So I have to buy them by the case. I usually order 2 cases, and you want to make sure that you order enough to last because they can take as long as a month or 6 weeks to come in at the store. So today's video, making the family tree. And I've included a template where you can download the template for this. So it'd be very, very simple and very fast as well. So I'm going to go to my arts library, down to signs. I'm going to double click my family tree, and there it is. Now the link that I put down below is going to include everything that you see here. They'll all be embedded in the Lightburn file. And in fact, while I'm up here, let's just get rid of that, and we're ready to start. These cutting boards that I order, and you can do this in any size, but the cutting boards that I order are from China. I have to come up here and change my inches to millimeters. And then I need to take and draw. I'm going to make a frame for this. So I'm going to take and draw a rectangle. I'm going to make sure that this is unlocked. And in the width, I am going to put 220, press tab, and 150 for the height, and press enter. Then I'll go ahead and relock this. And this is my outside border. Now I'm going to select it, move it over, and I'm going to round off these edges because if you saw on the cutting board, the edges are rounded. So what I'm going to do is come down here, round corners or radius. I'm going to click on that. I'm going to come right up here to the top corner and click on there. And you can change the radius right here, down here underneath it by whatever length that you want. It's actually good right now. I'm going to click, 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 and this way I have a radius. Now I'll press the escape key to get out of that tool. You can always press escape to get out of any tool. And what I'll do is I'll take, and this is the actual size of the cutting board. So I'll take and put it right about here, and then I will drag over the entire graphic here. I'm going to shrink this down, drag it up, and get it exactly. If you're wondering how I'm moving the work plane, I am pressing down on my roller wheel on my mouse and dragging. Press down, hold, and drag. If you don't have a roller wheel, you can press the space bar and then use your left mouse, click, hold, and drag. Now I'm thinking that that looks to be about the right size, but I want to make it just a little bit bigger. So I'm going to press Control, grab a corner, and just bring it up all the way to the edge, like so. Now if we zoom in a little bit, that looks good like that. Now this is the template that you're going to get. You'll need to create your own frame because obviously it's going to be on whatever size wood that you choose to use. That's really a simple task. Now in this part, all we have to do now is add names. Grab your letter, your text tool, come up here to the top where it says height, and we're going to just lower that down just a bit. So let's say we had a name Paul as an example. We're going to click, type Paul, and we're going to change this. I still have this on Flower Garden font, so I'm going to change this to the best font that I found to use on these is Arial. So it seems to burn the best, works nice, and that's the one we're going to use. Now we're just going to zoom in a bit further, and zooming in really helps you with this. And you saw how that snapped into place? It'll snap up against the lines there. It'll snap over to the side here. It'll also snap right into the middle. And now that's the perfect size. So I find that the easiest thing to do is click on that, press Control D to duplicate it, and then just use your your keyboard arrow keys to make another one. And of course, you're still going to need to resize it. But then go ahead and click back on your letter key. Come in here, backspace this out, type in the next name. Just choosing any name here as we go. Press the control key, grab a corner of it, scale it down to the size, and then just move it around and snap it back to the middle. Now you know it's perfectly in the middle. And then all we do is just go ahead and complete all of the different fields here by using the same procedure. So for instance, I'll do it again. Control D to duplicate. I'll use my down arrow, my left arrow, bring it into the next box, come over here to the text selector. Oops, take this out and put in the next name. Press escape twice. Now I have John, and actually I did that wrong because it's in all caps. So we'll come back in here and take the caps lock off. Do it the right way, select it, or press escape, and then just snap it into the middle, grab the corner, pull out with the control key held until it fits the space. And we're just going to repeat this all the way around. And here where it says names in the center, so what we're going to do is click on the graphic, come up here to the single man, ungroup. Now we have it ungrouped. We're going to click off, and we're going to come down here to names and just delete that. And that way you can put any name in there. So typically you're going to put a child's name here. So I'm just going to duplicate a name, bring it down, and I put my grandchildren's names there. And I got to tell you that my son absolutely loves this thing, and it's now displayed on his mantle. And just snap it to the middle. Get your text tool, and you can put, like if they have 2 kids, you can put Brenda and Tim, something like that. Select it, and we're good to go. That's just how easy this is. So up here, we're going to select Family Tree, come down here to the bottom left, and put this on another layer, the same layer as the tree itself. Then we're going to take and select all of these just by dragging over them, and we're going to also put those on the blue layer. And everything else that's in here, I'm going to put on the blue layer, including, well, the outside I'm going to leave on a different layer because I do that a little bit darker, and we're going to add one more trick to this in a second to make the line wider, which I didn't actually do on my cutting board, but now I think I'm going to reburn it. We're going to go ahead and put all of these on the blue layer and put this on the blue layer as well. Now for this one, the outer shape, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here and we're going to offset this. And we're going to offset this inward because we know we're right on the edge of the board. And that looks like about a good distance. Let's see. Nope, that was good right where it was. So I'm going to go back up right like that, say OK. Now the inner one is selected. We're going to pass our mouse over the outer one, press Control, and click on it so both are selected. You see the moving graphic? And what we're going to do is come here and click Group. Now, with that grouped, we can put that on the blue layer as well. And once you fill out all the names, got it. I mean, it's ready to burn. So like I said earlier, I'm going to include the graphic in a Lightburn file, and I'll put the link down below the video here. So all you have to do is download that link and open it, and it'll automatically open your Lightburn program and load this graphic. And you can do something like this in, less than 5 minutes. It really is that easy. And let me tell you folks, I don't see any reason why you can't sell these for $20, $25 a piece on Facebook Marketplace. I know everyone that I've showed it to so far has absolutely fallen in love with it. They say it's a wonderful idea. Now, you're going to have to adjust your speeds and your power But I will tell you that on mine, I'm going to scan left to right. I have a diode laser, so I want it to be a nice dark burn. And if you saw from the picture, you see how dark the burn is and how consistent it is everywhere? It's because I'm using a horizontal scan. So to set this horizontal scan, all you have to do is keep it at 0 degrees. Now I know a lot of people, they scan at 90 degrees, but 90 degrees with a diode laser, the diode laser outputs a rectangle, not a pinpoint like a CO2. So there's going to be a lot more travel, and you're going to have different colors burned into the wood. So that's why I keep it at 0 degrees. So I keep it at 0 degrees. I go 80% power and 1000 speed. And, you know, yeah, it takes a little while for it to work. This one says 6 hours, 28 minutes. That's actually nowhere near what it took. I think it was about 2.25 hours, something like that. But you can always change your speed up here to, let's say, 2000. 2000 is still going to burn just as well. And now if we come up here, it says 315. This is a wild guess by Lightburn down here. That's just a wild guess. That's not absolutely accurate. Like I said, it took mine about 2 hours or so. And you see it burns from bottom to top. And when you have a laser like I do, a diode laser that's a rectangle, that's the way that you want to burn it. So that's it. You can make your own family tree on any piece of wood. I don't recommend pine, but any other type of piece of wood in under 5 minutes. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.